Let's simplify the best Town Hall 13 attack that you can use whether you are new or an existing Town Hall 13 and how you can earn more 3 stars. What's going on, my friends? My name's Corrupt. Let's start with this first mass witch attack. This one is using the Siege Barrack. Why is that? Well, the base identification for this is a little bit different than a typical witch attack. Mainly, you want to look at the Infernos. If they're set to single, you really don't need to worry about them at all. But the main ones you do need to worry about is going to be, of course, the Giga Inferno, the Eagle Artillery, and the Scatter Shots. These things are all going to be very important. And in this case, since the Scatter, Town Hall, and Eagle are all very close together, the Siege Barrack provides a lot more support and a lot more value than using a log launcher, where you would only want to use that if you're able to get all of them going away from the Town Hall, which we will be talking about a little bit later on in the video. Now, the main thing here as well, just a little bit of a tip of advice, if you want to bring lightning spells, you could do so. But usually, if you are going to be using on something like this, you may want to use it in between 2 scatter shots that are very close, or you can use it on a multi-inferno and a scatter shot, though we will be getting to that a little bit later on. Now, the main thing here should be to start this attack off is to create the funnel on 2 different sides. You can start with the jump spell since it lasts very long, but you can start with the funnel, mainly using the Ice Golem, the P.E.K.K.A, and the Siege Barrack. That way you can deal with the enemy CC by using a witch or 2 and also having the wizards to provide and trickle in to provide support and dealing with the enemy CC. You're going to do the same thing on the other side, just minus the P.E.K.K.A. Pretty much what you're doing is you are cutting the base down into something like this for you to control your witches and your bowlers along with the ice golems. Now, usually the ice golems will mostly die on the outside, so you want to be able to make sure that you've got a good lane moving your way right the way in towards the scatters and the town hall. You can even use the earthquake spells over it to get some extra damage. While the jump spell allows you to get in, you're able to use the warren ability to protect your witches and your bowlers from the Town Hall Giga Bomb as you start to continue to work your way through. Now, the Royal Champion should be used with the Hog Riders that you have from the Siege Barrack. Notice the lower level Royal Champion. Since she is fairly lower level, having her go in with the Hog Riders is a great choice, and having free spells to support her is another fantastic option. Since the witches don't really need all too much support after getting through the scatter shots, Eagle, and Town Hall, you can easily get through the rest of it by having that back end Royal Champion. You can still send the Royal Champion in with the main group, but sometimes it very much depends upon what defenses or what areas of the base are still left up. And overall, using the free spells over defenses like point defenses is really going to help your attack a lot. You can use that RC ability even if it doesn't get nearly as much as a max Royal Champion, but you will still be able to get through it with all the witches that are still left up. Now, of course, this shouldn't be the one-all be-all attack. If you still want to use witches, you can definitely do so, but sometimes a base may call for a different attack strategy. But of course, if you want to see more Town Hall 13 breakdowns, let me know what you guys want to see next on this channel in terms of Town Hall 13. Another fun army that you can use with witches is the GoWiWi. This is using the golems, the witches, and the super wizards with 8 earthquake spells. Now, the easiest way to use this attack, you're going to be going in away from the Town Hall, mainly getting rid of the Eagle, scatter shots, and the Town Hall in the process, while also being able to move through the base. The log launcher will be able to get some damage on other structures, maybe deal with some enemy CC troops as well. Now, the main thing here is if you see a core Town Hall, you can still use the 4 earthquake spells on opposite sides of the Town Hall to get to open walls and also get some damage on the Town Hall, so the log launcher can take care of it from a distance. It is a great choice and can provide a lot of support. All you want to make sure that you do, though, is if you are using this with the golems, try to spread your golems out just enough so you've got an even amount of tankage as you move through. It's not really too difficult. And in a base design like this, being able to use the 4 earthquake spells to open the walls is exactly what you want to do. Even if it doesn't touch the town hall, the main goal is to just open the base up for your witches, your heroes, and your super wizards. So using the 8 earthquake spells just allows you to open it up, makes it easier, so you can start spreading around your golems. Normally what I would recommend is to start with the golems first. Maybe you could use a wizard if you still have one, and that way what you're able to do is use the golems, the super wizards, and kind of just spam them all in a line. That way you've got the log launcher to move in. Remember, the main goal should be to get into where the Eagle Artillery is first. That way you can get rid of it, you don't need to worry all too much. Using the Warden ability to protect the log launcher along with your heroes is exactly what you want to do in order to push through. Dealing with the enemy CC with the log launcher can be very satisfying, just flinging them off the map, while also being able to activate the town hall while still moving through. Now, even though the town hall has not been taken down here, you've also got the royal champ to move in towards the back end of the base, where she can provide a lot of support. And if you're dealing with a single inferno early, using a free spell is a fantastic option. As you're able to get right the way in towards the town hall, you've got the use of both your queen ability, if you would like, or you can bring in the use of the yetis, which can also provide a ton of support and value for the rest of your attack. Overall, this is one of my more fun type of attacks to use. I enjoy this attack a lot, and it is extremely easy. For a noob myself, this attack is by far one of the best strategies in the game. Now, of course, if you've made it this far in the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for more educational yet fun Clash of Clans content here for both Town Hall 13 and Town Hall 14 coming up. But other than that, though, make sure that you guys are continuing to watch, though, because there's a lot more information, because not only is using the super wizards, the 8 earthquake spells, and the mass witch good, but you can bring the use of lightning spells to spice up your attack. Now, bringing in the use of the lightning spells at Town Hall 13 with witches is actually a little complicated. The main thing is, if you're totally going to be bringing the lightning spells, like I mentioned before, try to look for scatter shots that are very close together. Otherwise, just look for a multi-inferno or single inferno that you can use the lightning spells on to get some value. Mainly getting rid of a single scatter and the expo can provide a lot, but normally I would always go for a multi-inferno. And like I've mentioned in previous replays, the multi-infernos are one of your biggest threats, especially if they're on the map. So something like this may not be such a great idea. All you want to do is use the lightning spells on one given area. You're going to be then going ahead and creating the funnel by using some witches and sending in the ice golems to tank, so you're able to provide a lot of support for the log launcher, witches, and heroes to move into the base. You can of course send in the royal champ either towards the back end of the base, or you can use it with the rest of your heroes, so you have a lot of different options that you have capable of. So pretty much you're going to start with the use of the lightning. This is very easy. You're able to get rid of a large amount of structures, but the lightning is a little bit more redundant due to the fact that you have to bring 6 lightning spells and 1 earthquake. So I would highly recommend, if you're using lightning, just go in for an inferno and the scatter, or just 2 scatter shots. Overall, you mainly want to make sure that you're creating the funnel with the witches, and notice how he's not using his heroes yet. There's no need to use the heroes, especially because they could move on towards the outside and you don't want that. So being able to send your heroes into the base is what you want to make sure that you do, so you're able to have control over them. Now, even if some of the witches do not go into the core, you're going to be completely fine. Just remember though, multi-infernos wreck witches, so you gotta be very careful. Having the royal champ move in with some of your heroes, or even the witches, can provide a lot of support while you go in towards the town hall. And bringing in the use of sneaky goblins is actually a sneaky trick that you can use a lot of the time, especially if the town hall is in the core and there's no sort of resource buildings around it, which can provide a lot. So as you can see from this part here, even though he still has the royal champion, he's able to easily still move his way through with all of these witches going in with the warden. And even if a lot of those witches died out, he still has the queen ability providing a lot of support for his attack. So overall, if you have a lot of witches still up, so in this case, all the witches had the big brain play of staying up by just staying on the outside, that's something that you would want to think about. This base design, though, would have been better for an Electro Dragon attack instead of witches, but still got it done. And of course, in terms of cleanup, you can always use stuff like headhunters, especially if you don't need them to deal with enemy heroes. Now, this is the reason to why you don't run the same base in war. So pretty much it's the same base, a slightly bit weaker, but of course, this is pretty much just going to be the overview. Remember, all you want to do is send your witches in to create the funnel, and of course, you want to mainly go in for the key buildings of the Giga Inferno, the Scatter Shots, and the Eagle Artillery, all of which are going to be very important for you, and you can use this with lower level heroes, so there is a lot of benefits. From what you saw before, using lightning spells against something like this could be a viable option. Of course, if there are multi-infernos, you would want to use the lightning over the multi, and of course, a scatter shot if that were me. Otherwise, I really wouldn't use the witches on that base if there were multis. Now, of course, you saw the different versions. The use of the bowlers is a fantastic choice, though it really comes down to personal preference. Now, if you're dealing with different type of CCs, all you really need to do is just use the free spells if you would like on it, or you can let the Ice Golem take care of it. But if you're seeing a very similar base in war, and you want to be able to deal with it with no problem, you can just always copy a very similar plan. In this case, dealing with the CC while still creating the funnel is exactly what you want to do. You can use the Siege Barrack a little bit later on, or you can kind of send it in with the rest of your attack, though you do want to make sure that you are sending it at an angle so you can send your Royal Champ in with it. Now remember, as this attack goes through, you do want to make sure that you have the Ice Golem still tanking through the base to make sure that they're able to get in, provide a lot of support with the Death Freeze, and you're also able to use the Warden ability to easily get into the Town Hall compartment. Making it simple for you is exactly what you want to try to make sure that you're doing yourself. And as you send in the Hog Riders, or the Hog Riders get sent from your Siege Barrack, you've got the use of the Royal Champ to start moving all the way across. It's made a lot easier because this base isn't entirely maxed, but if you're new to Town Hall 13, it's a fantastic option. And I would really recommend this attack, especially if you are fairly new to Town Hall 13. Since you'll have those witches maxed out, you can use these attacks fairly consistently. So it's a great choice for you, especially if you're a new player. Overall, witches are fantastic, extremely strong, and if you want to see some other witch-related attacks, let me know in the comments below. Maybe even super witches is something that you may be interested in seeing. Overall, the main goal should be in order to get a large area of the base down, and using the earthquake spells to damage the town hall and still move through the rest of it by opening it up is exactly something that you can take advantage of, and you're able to get a 3-star, even if you lose all of your heroes and all you have left are just witches and wizards. So there's a lot of different factors here that can play a role if you plan on using the witches, but they can still get you a lot of value, and you can get easy triples for your clan. Let me know what topic you guys would like to see, attack strategy or not, in the comments below. Along with that, make sure to check out any of my other videos, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell, and make sure to use code CORRUPT in the Clash of Clans shop, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Corrupt, signing out.